Well, good morning, Steve Bannon. So great to hear your voice.
Joe, thanks for having me on, Joe.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, so a lot going on, and maybe you what I was hoping today is that we could kind of chat about, get your thoughts on what's going on with China and Hong Kong. I can maybe share my tidbits from here in Hong Kong. I'm live, as you know, in Hong Kong, and I wanted to discuss this post that I put up the other day too. So so there it is. So just to whatever we can cover
Well,
here.
listen, I think
Yeah.
one of the things I'm so excited about talking to you, and the reason that I think Gateway Pundit is so important is that the simple fact that you guys do as good or better coverage of anybody, right?
Thanks.
And I think part of the reason is I've known you for years. I think on the radio show years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on the pages of Breitbart, because I said this guy knows China, and he knows. I think that was like at 13 or 14 when we started talking about the islands in the South China Sea, and it turns out how Biden looks like he's the one that blinked when they started putting the islands up in the South China Sea, and all these aspects that have been going on at the beginning of One Belt One Road, Made in China 2025. This is just now becoming apparent to the American people, and this shows you again how the mainstream media in the United States doesn't cover the really important stories. This is the defining story of the first half of the 21st century, at least, maybe the entire century. And here people are like, people are like, oh wow, I didn't know that, Made in China 2025, right? Which has been going on for years. I didn't know about One Belt One Road. I didn't know about Huawei.
No.
Just across the board is just one thing after the other.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. But I think that's one of the reasons your reporting has been so. And look, as you know, being in Hong Kong itself, being at the tip of the spear, where I spent so much time, and then I actually lived for a while in Shanghai. There's not a lot of Americans that really spend much time in China.
Yeah. Right.
And it's one of the, you've got insight.